No, these are kind of like all over the place. They're just trying to like kick me out of hiding. Okay, I got this. However, the two that are in front kind of like double down and they pull from behind cover. One of them had just lost shields and he's in that whole "fuck this" kind of modes, and he comes forward with his heavy pistol and starts blasting forward at the humans that are over there. The other one comes around the corner with his light pistol and they're blasting forward, and both of them are able to get nasty shots off the humans. As a matter of fact, one of the three remaining humans goes down, and another one, you can tell, he literally just yells out "lost shields," and is trying to like dive behind cover. You can hear that they're in a really bad spot. You know, one of them is like, "Brian!" And you can tell that these humans are in a really bad spot over there. We're going to bring the initiative back to the top, and it's going to be James Carmine's turn. Your buddy finally ran through. I know that you had said that you were waiting for him to get through, and you were going to move forward as well. So we're going to say that after he did that, you did come through the doorway and go up to just like the first crate or whatever you could. You moved significantly slower than he did, and you certainly weren't double moving the way he did. So you go up to the first crate, and you couldn't like duck completely behind it, but you can take some cover behind the thing. Nobody seems to notice you, and vice versa. You do notice, however, that the door behind you is slowly trying to slide shut, but it's like zzz, zzz, and slowly trying. So it's kind of still open right now, but you do have cover behind the boxes. It's your turn. Go.
Right. I imagine the ass of the ship is still in the way, if anything, like combat-wise.
Correct. From where you are right now, if you want, you can start. So because you're at the back of the ship, you can start trying to make your way around it if you'd like, or just run it right up to the engines, which is where your wonderful captain is.
I mean, what I do is I'd
leader.
probably go towards the engines as well, but like take the other side of the ship, so that either one of us might be able to get a flank off at some point.
Gotcha. So now you move slower than he does because you're wearing much heavier armor than he is. So you're going to double move as well, and you're going to be able to get up, because you've already moved up a little bit, you're going to be able to get up to the ship, but because you're also going to the further side, you're not going to get quite as good of a position as he has thus far, okay? So you just kind of like look around, you're like, oh, fuck, you know, thinking tactics, and so you start running that way over there, probably signaling to him where you're going, and you make your way almost to the far side of the ship. You're going to have to finish getting there next turn, okay?
That's
Thank
fine.
you. It is now Lena's turn. Lena, your rifle is fully cooled down from the shot you made last turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to take another shot. So there's... How many Batarians are there left now? There's four.
Four,
on the line,
plus
one
the injured
shield.
one that was dragged in by a not injured one into the ship, plus who knows what else on the ship.
Okay. Can I still see the one that's dragging the other one?
No, they're now fully inside of the
They're
ship.
only inside the ship, okay. So, is there... Did you say there was an injured one that had already been hit by the humans?
He was being dragged into the ship, yep. So he's also out of sight.
Okay, right, so I'm just going to take a shot at the closest one to me, I guess.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh no!
Bats.
No, our first natty one. Oh no! Oh, and
Can't
you've been
always go great.
you've been doing so well up until this point too. Oh man, guys, how mean should I be to her? I don't know. How mean should I be? All right. So you guys, so you go to line up your shot, and you taking, who are you aiming at, anyways?
The closest Batarian to me.
The closest Batarian to. So out of the four that are remaining, the two that are in back and the two that are in front, one of the closest ones to you, actually, he just kind of popped out from cover towards the humans, but he's also the one that just shot down. And Brian, he's the one that just shot that guy down. You can see based off of just like looking at him, looking at the guy that's now down, that's the one. He also happens to be the closest. So you go to line up your shot to him, and so you line it up, and you're like, I'm gonna take this fucker down, and you take your shot. But the problem is, he had stepped out of cover between between the humans and the Batarians, but he still kind of had cover from you because the way he stepped out put like a distance, like it put that leg of the ship between you and him. You thought you had a shot, but you very much did not. Your bullet shoots forward, hits the leg of the ship, ricochets off, and actually is going to hit something in the crates nearby. And as soon as it goes in there, you see like a little and something explosive was inside where it ricocheted to. There's a mini explosion that happens. Do me a favor, make me an evasion save, really quickly.
An evasion save.
Correct. We gotta roll for something over here. Okay, so you succeed. So I'll tell you what that means in 1 second. Okay, so you do succeed. So with the evasion save, what happens is the explosion from that, it's not enough where the forces, sorry, where the fire or anything like that's going to harm you, but it may have thrown you from cover. However, you quickly threw yourself back into cover so you could brace yourself against the box. So it kind of like slammed you next to one of the crates instead of like throwing you out into the open next to you. However, you did kind of put the humans over there in a bad spot where they were thrown from their feet from the force of the explosion or the shock of like this happening over there. Oh man, that was not a good thing to have happened. Luckily, immediately after you is the human's turn, and they're kind of like, what the fuck? And so one of them takes his turn, and all he's going to do is he's going to get up, and he's going to grab Brian, who was just shot into the ground, and pull him behind cover and put the two of them behind cover. The other one gets himself up, and instead of taking cover or doing whatever he was doing before, he's just going to like, oh! And try to shoot at the one that just took down Brian. So he's going to make his attack roll right now. And he misses horribly, completely exposed from cover. He misses horribly. It's now going to be Adam Rockwell's turn.
I've got a crazy idea and a sensible idea.
Okay, well.
Oh God.
I think it should be up to you two which crazy or sensible.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna. So my Omni tool is made for pilots.
Yep.
It can see. We've already discussed. It can basically see the statistics of vehicles with some basic rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to hack into the ship that I am currently in cover behind?
So you can. However, the problem is that the ship is, you'd have to get to some sort of interface to be able to do that.
That's
you know
what
I mean?
I thought I'd be able to do that inside. I don't know if my Omni tool could do a little bit.
Yeah, so from inside the ship, you absolutely can. And the funny part is, you actually could get into the ship because you're near the backside where one of the Batarians drags the other one up into it. You could spend your move to get up the platform and into like the airlock area of the ship. You can definitely spend your move to get
on the
up
back?
to air. So if you actually look at the drop platform of the ship that he dragged himself into, that is actually going to be closer to the back side of the ship. So you can get yourself around and run up into the area and get into, again, only as far as the airlock, and then maybe start interfacing with that one there and hoping that that will do something.
I would like to do that, but can I first do a perception roll to see if there's not any scary monsters in there?
You can certainly try.
With a -2?
You can certainly try.
Is it -2? Am I assuming?
Yeah. You are assuming correctly, yes. Sorry, I'm just trying to fiddle with this. All right, a 7. So you go kind of making your way around and looking and jogging forward and looking before. That way you can kind of like stop first. You're not just like blindly running in.
Exactly, yeah.
And you see that everybody in front of you, you now see 4 fucking Batarians in front of you. And actually, your perception check, you see Lena, who is kind of like, ugh, and like drops down with the explosion. You see the explosion that happened over there. You don't notice that it was her that did it. You see the 4 Batarians that like, whoa, surprised that it happens. One of them dead on the ground, and nobody up inside the ramp area, which is where you were. And so you go making your way up to the ramp and into the airlock area to look around. And one of the things that you notice as you kneel down is you do hear like some heavy breathing, probably from right around the corner inside the ship, and some like words being said in a language that you don't understand. So there's certainly somebody nearby. It's like some weird grunts too, but nobody that can see you at this moment. So, go right ahead, sir.
If I ran up in, I guess it's open the airlock.
The airlock is open. That's because you just ran up into it.
Oh, then it's peek around the corner and shoot whatever's there, I guess.
Oh, so you don't want to hack in. You want to just shoot whatever you see around the corner.
If there's someone around the corner, I mean, if I can hack from here, I should probably shoot the person around the corner first.
Sure.
Because they'd notice.
Sure. So you draw your heavy pistol you have, right?
Yeah, heavy pistol's the default.
So you draw your heavy pistol from your hip. Well, you probably actually already had it drawn. Let's be serious. Yeah. So you go kind of like peek around the corner, and you see lying on the ground is a Batarian who's lying there, and there's like a little pool of blood that's happening next to him, and he's kind of holding like, and right as you make eye contact with him, he's like, and like looks directly at you with his 4 eyes, and it's fucking freaky because right when you pop around the corner, you can see like his entire head swells a little bit as you hear an intake of air, and then one of the eyes goes and looks at you, and the whole head turns, and 4 fucking eyes are looking at you, and he's clearly taking in a breath like he's about to say something. It's your turn. He's on the ground. You're close enough that you're actually going to get a +2 on this attack roll. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Gonna fail. Yeah.
Oh! Ollie! Ollie! Wait, how is it a 0? Do you have skill in pistol?
Yeah.
You rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1 with a +2 and I got a 0.
He's got a double plus on the end there.
You rolled +2 instead of pressing 2. Okay.
My bad. My bad.
So it's still a
I
natty
forgot that was a
1, but
thing.
it's...
Okay. Oh, it was still a natty 1. Ooh. Ooh.
But it depends. Usually when we get the rolls wrong, you make us re-roll them.
I did.
I mean, that's kind of what you do in every show.
I did in the past. I did do that in the past. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Okay. Okay, he's not wrong. Ollie's making the argument I should allow him to keep the reroll. Rick, what's your say on this? I'll leave it to the party.
I mean, if that's a rule that you've always followed, I guess it would be better to stick with it.
Rick is a little wishy-washy. Okay, and Lena or Rookie, what's your opinion?
Yeah, let's go for the reroll.
Okay. So we have 2.5 votes.
Scott, any decisions you make now, I can use against you in a few hours. So
we have 2.5 votes saying to take the reroll. So okay. So he actually got a 16 on his fucking attack roll to this guy that's bleeding on the ground. You pull out your weapon, you line up your shot, and with one quick in the chest. So you line it up and you shoot him once in the chest, and oh my god, his chest just kind of like has a little bit of a, like clearly whatever's inside there is just all sorts of scrambled and fucked up because the amount of force from the shot that you just did to it. Shoots right through his armor, does not come through the other side of the armor. It just rips up everything inside there, just kind of and lies there dead. However, the discharge of a heavy pistol inside of a ship like this makes for fucking echo that happens through it. So, where James is, he may have just heard another shot happen. Where Lena is, an explosion happened, so she definitely didn't notice anything. However, if anybody's in that ship, they probably notice, and that's the end of your turn.
I'd like to note that the heavy pistol definitely makes the sound that Jango Fett's pistols make.
Jango's, really?
Just a twah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So, anyways, so yeah, you go and you take your shot and you do that or whatever. Okay, cool. And then we have I'm sorry.
Kill confirmed.
Kill confirmed. Fucking dead.
I'll actually say that into the comms because
Kill
I'm
confirmed.
professional.
Nice.
He just wants us to know that he's actually participating.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. I swear it. So, you guys.
Not for long.
Oh. It is now your turn, Lena. Sorry, no, it's not your turn. Sorry, it's the Batarians' turns. So, all of a sudden, when that shot happens, which you guys don't notice, Lena, you notice it. So, all of a sudden, actually, Adam, you can make me with a perception of -2. Go ahead.
Cool. Oh, that was intelligence, not wisdom. Because it automatically goes to intelligence.
I meant to say James.
Fuck me.
But that's okay.
Yeah, you know, we're a lot worse when I'm not using intelligence. My
James,
good
could
stat.
you make me that roll?
Oh, yeah, sure. What's the modifiers on that?
-2 wisdom.
Please and
On
thank
perception, right?
you. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, just... Count.
Okay. So sadly, neither of you guys noticed the person that is that had left the combat to go check out what the fuck just happened. So all of a sudden, making his double move to get all the way up there, you Adam, you notice it way too late. Duke, 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 duke. Somebody comes running up the ramp behind you, and they're like, and goes coming up to you with they already have their weapon drawn. But luckily, they had to move a double move to get there. But they used the rest of their double move to fucking close the gap between you and him. You are no longer. It's not like he went and took cover to make sure that he can have a little shootout with you. Like he walks right fucking up to you with his heavy pistol in hand. Walks right the fuck up to you with his weapon. So you guys are like a meter and a half apart with this weapon drawn and aimed at you, and you quickly turning around. That's where we're going to pause your action scene for a moment. We're going to take it back to the top with James. Oh, sorry. And then the Batarians are going to make their attack rolls. So give me 1 second. So the Batarians that are there, 2 of them start taking their shots and trying to attack, and sadly they miss. Lena and James, make me a no with a -2. And then the other one, sadly, the human that left himself exposed, he gets fucking riddled with bullets, and he drops dead as well. There's only 1 human left. It's a no with a -2. Sorry, it's an intelligence no with a -2. My apologies.
Intelligence with a -2.
Yep.
Okay.
Rip Carmine.
How am I doing?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just.
No check.
Yep. It might be. Sorry. Did I say no? I keep using old phrases because I wrote this for one. My apologies. Let's do perception with a intelligence perception -2.
Finally, I know what to roll.
I'm so sorry. I'm using like. I have so many games rules in my head that I just get confused. So sadly, James, you get nothing. However, Lena, all of a sudden you notice that when the Batarians start doing their volley of weapons, because their weapons sound a little bit differently, less weapons were discharged than before. So maybe one of them died. On your turn in 2 seconds, you're going to notice one of them didn't, and one of them's gone. Okay, so now it's James's turn. Go ahead.
I wouldn't know that Adam's in a bit of trouble right now, so I'm going to continue.
You would have
my
seen
original...
me run up. Right?
Yeah, but I
You'd
didn't
see
see
me
the
run
guy
up. You wouldn't
flying,
hear
though.
the gunfire inside the ship.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I probably would continue my original move. So I'd go around the right side, moving past the engine, so I no longer get flared if they decide to start booking it.
Sure,
which is nice.
Each one of those squares, and so chat knows I have a very, very simplistic battle map going on. I'm not often going to use maps, but for something like this, where I'm trying to get everybody used to it, there will be battle maps. So I'm not displaying it because it's very much theater of the mind. I'm just trying to make things easier for the players at the moment. But it's very much theater of the mind. But just so you know, Rick, each one of those squares is supposed to count as about 2 meters, and your movement is 7 meters. So if you move diagonally, it counts as 3 meters. Okay, so you just moved, I believe, diagonally twice.
I believe I moved from here.
Yep.
And then that's 3.
Yep.
5 and 7. So that should be.
There you go.
Just about there.
Okay, cool. So
would I be able to see anything from here?
Abso-fucking-lutely you can. You see that Batarian that's straight ahead of you. So more or less what James, what you do is you come running around, finally around the other side of the ship because you move a bit slower. You come running finally around the other side of the ship, and you see the Batarian that's there that's kind of taking cover behind a leg. Now, he's taking cover from the humans that are in front of him as opposed to things behind him. However, he does still have a little bit of cover from all of the rest of the ship that's in the way between you and him. But you do have a shot should you choose to take it. What is the range of your assault rifle? Please remind me.
That is 100 to 300 meters.
Okay, well, guess what? That is only about, what are these, 2 meters each? And that's, I think, 10 squares. That's only 20 meters between the two of you.
I would like to shoot him, yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Go ahead.
Ow.
Okay, sadly, lining up your shot and trying to take it at this guy. More or less, I did not add to his AC because you had a little bit of bonus from surprise and a little bit of penalty from the cover that he had. But your 11 is not going to be enough to hit him. So you come walking around the corner and you kind of give up your surprise by opening up your fire. But all of your shots either go astray or hit the bit of hull that I was just talking about that is between you and him. You do blow your cover a bit, and sadly, your move is completely used. Is there anything else you can do at this turn, or are you good for now?
I think that's pretty much it.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So after James's turn, it goes to be Lena's turn. Lena, what do you do?
Okay, so I don't know yet that one of them's left.
Your back is still to the boxes until you pop your head around. What you do is like, you can just stand up. Or so you just kind of like move up, which only takes up like a meter of movement out of your 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So you just kind of like get back up and look around the corner from the boxes or whatever, and you notice that there are 3 left, but there's still only one body on the ground. There's only one human left. There's still only one body on the grounds. If you'd like, you could try to make a perception check to see where it was that the other one went. Or you can make a move or just make a fucking attack roll. Oh, you can't really attack with your sniper rifle this round anyways because you just attacked last turn.
Okay, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Sure, absolutely. Perception check, no penalties, bonuses, or anything, just raw wisdom. We like it raw.
All right.
It's funny, I actually forgot to use the combat sound effects for this combat that we talked about just before we went live. Yeah, I know. But then I was like, oh, I got all these other things to do, and we're talking about other things.
Scott Woolley!
I suck, that's why. All right, so anyways, you make your perception check, and you look around, and sadly, you don't see him. Your only guess is that he probably either went to the back of the ship or into the ship. You don't see Adam anywhere. However, you do see, you did see that shots are happening from the, you can't see James, it's impossible to see him, but you hear the assault rifle and you see the stray bullets barely missing the target that it's aiming at. So you know James is over there. You don't see Adam and you have no fucking clue where that Batarian went. Maybe he's trying to round to the backside of the ship and catch James off guard. Maybe he's somewhere tangled up with Adam. Maybe he went into the ship. Who knows? You still have your action.
Communicate this?
Yeah, you say whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say one Batarian MIA, possibly inbound to back of ship, maybe inside. I don't know where you are, Adam. Oh, Rockwell, sorry.
You can respond if you'd like, a sentence or two, sir.
So I'm staring down this Batarian right now. And I just go, not missing.
So, do me a favor, both Rick and Rookie.
There's a little bit of fear in that, by the way.
roll me a talk wisdom check. Or sorry, perception charisma. I'm so sorry, perception charisma.
Well, I'm okay with that. That's a better skill for me.
Essentially insight. I like that.
Yep.
I do.
So both of you guys and your fucking 9s, both of you guys go, oh shit, you just realized like he's probably engaged at this one in a really shitty situation. It's gonna like help. What do you do with the rest of your turn, Lena? Your actual action.
Well, I know that I probably can't just peg it from here to the back of the ship or the ramp or wherever the hell he is. I still don't actually know where he is. So I'm guessing maybe I'm probably just going to try and take a shot to the one that would be able to see me when I pop out.
Sure,
The
absolutely.
one that's
So
at the front of the ship.
So you want to go for like say this? Ooh, I don't have my ping
The
around.
sniper's overheated.
You want to go for like right here?
I've got a pistol.
Oh, you got your pistol. Great.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I'm only
Okay.
back up. Yeah,
So you're gonna go for that guy right there who has the least
Yep.
cover against you anyway. So it's more or less the one that just took down 2 fucking humans. You're like,
Yep.
fuck this guy. And if you remember
This
correctly, this
bitch.
one's shields are currently down.
Mhm.
So you're gonna
Okay.
make your attack roll with your heavy
Light
pistol.
pistol.
Light pistol. Light pistol.
Yeah.
All right, woohoo! You fucking hit. That's awesome. With your 14, you're actually able to hit the guy. So roll your damage. Remember, his shields are down. 8 damage. Fucking beautiful. Beautiful. So you hear that shit, and he's like, oh, fuck. You rest your sniper rifle down on the boxes in front of you for a second, and you pull out your pistol, and you aim over the rest of the boxes at the guy that's over there, and you just kind of like line up your shot, and toof. One shot's enough to go through. The bullet is so fucking powerful. So much mass goes behind that. It builds so much mass as it travels that it actually shoots into his shoulder and then travels through the meat of his shoulder, his bone, and everything into his chest and does not make it out the other side. And once again, just kind of scrambles, pops his hearts that are inside there and everything. And he's just like poof and just drops. And so that one actually lies dead right there for you as well. So fucking beautiful. That is your entire turn.
Spin the pistol. holster.
and reholster it. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. All right, that's Lena's turn. It's now the humans' turns. That one last remaining human is like, he's kind of like looking around at everybody that's dead. He actually notices the assistance that's happening now. He notices that Lena's over there. So he actually looks directly over at Lena now and starts calling out for help. He sees what's his face? What's your name? James. I'll eventually, it's the easiest name. I can't remember James. So he sees James over on the side too. And James is already immediately assisting. But now he actually looks directly over at Lena and he's like, help, help, help. And like calling over to like, let's go. And sadly, he kind of blows her cover when he does that. She already was blowing her own cover to some degree by standing up and shooting the pistol, but when he does that, completely blows her cover. It's very obvious where she is. And now one Batarian has his attention completely on what's his face? James. The other one has his attention split between the human and her. So seeing that she's over there now, this other Batarian, because after her goes their turns. Give me 1 second. So we're going to go, my apologies, don't mind me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to grab this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put him back where he was. So this guy actually goes rushing forward, realizing what's happening. The Batarian goes rushing forward and tries to take cover behind their boxes that they have. And takes boxes from Lena specifically and goes rushing right back up to the fucking guy that was just calling to Lena for help. So he's more or less closing into him on melee. As he's doing so, as he's rushing forward with his heavy pistol in one hand, you see he kind of reaches up into his armor and pulls out this very large, nasty looking, almost looks like a machete. And he goes running at the guy with this like machete kind of pulling out and goes swinging at him. Lena, make me a perception check with a -3.
Oof. Is it wisdom?
It is, yes, ma'am. -3 because he has a lot of cover from you. You actually do see it with that 5. That's good enough to see. So you go, you see all of a sudden you hear, and what you see is not the guy and not the Batarian because he has the cover from you right now, and he like ducked down from cover from you right now. But you actually see an arm flop out from around the side of the boxes, and it's lying there and a little bit of blood is pooling out from around it. Sadly, that human's down and the Batarian now has cover from you, fully aware of where you are. The other Batarian whose turn it is, now, oh shit, I fucked up.
Don't you try and shoot me before I can react, bitch.
No. After Lena, the Batarians go after Adam. It was the human's turn.
Exactly.
So sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So it's fine as long as you don't try and shoot
Actually,
me.
he missed the Batarian anyway, so things are going to be able to play out the way they did anyways. But it's still Rick's turn first. Rick, it's actually your turn before I murder him with a machete.
Wait, my turn again?
So you know how Lena just went? So it actually went... Oh, I'm sorry. It's...
You're looking at this entirely wrong.
My apologies. Adam, it's your turn first before I have the Batarians go. I keep confused. For some reason, James and Adam are too confusing for me. You guys are just to me. All right, go ahead.
That's why you've got to refer to us by our last names, like we're military professionals.
Yes, I know. I really should.
All right, I
will.
I'm like...
I will. No, I will.
Not missing. Raise the pistol. Probably quite slowly, like, we're both a little bit like, oh, there's someone here. And then try and shoot.
Before you make your attack roll, he's engaged. He's technically engaged in melee with you.
Which means...
So you actually are going to be taking some serious penalties to your attack roll. However, what you can do is you can actually back up a little bit, which, because of what's behind you, puts you further into the ship, and you won't take any penalties to your attack roll. You'll be perfectly fine. Usually he would get like an attack of opportunity against you, but he only has a ranged weapon out. He doesn't have a melee weapon out, so he will not get to make that attack of opportunity against you. So more or less you can kind of just try to like back up and line up your shot. Otherwise, because you're so engaged in melee, more or less, you try to shoot, and much like in every action movie, he can just go. You know what I mean? It's very, very difficult to engage. Now, you do have a pistol, so which is why it's an option. If you had like an assault rifle or a shotgun or a sniper rifle, it would be literally impossible because you just grab the barrel and move it out of the way. But because you have a sidearm, you do actually get a chance to attack. So it's either stay where you are and take a penalty, or move backwards, no attack of opportunity because no melee weapon is out. However, it does put you a little bit further into the ship.
How exactly do turns work in this game? For trying to plan stuff I want to do.
They're about 6 seconds. Think very Dungeons and Dragons. Actually,
move, attack.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. You have a move, an attack, and like so it's like a move action, which is called something else, an action, which is called something else, and effectively like a bonus action, which is called something else, and then like a fuck ton of free actions.
Yeah. Fight or flight is the question.
Make your decision. Actually, you know what? While you contemplate your move, why don't we take our first break?
Okay.
And we'll come
cool.
back with whether or not you
Ooh.
take penalties or back up into the ship. So why don't we take our first
or the
break?
third option.
Or the third option. I drop a grenade at his feet
Secret.
and just say, fuck it. All right, so we will see you guys in just a couple of minutes. It'll be like 5 minutes or so. See you shortly. Thank you so much for hanging out. See you in a bit.